All right, so in this video, we are going to do page 1 of our 2-point perspective packet. And most of you have done some sort of perspective in the past. I'm assuming it's probably 1 point, but maybe 2-point also. In 1-point perspective, what you see is always one side straight on of a box, and you might see another side, like you might see the front straight on and the right side, like we see here. You might see the front and the top of the box, but you always, again, see that front side. In 2-point perspective, you are always going to see lines that go back to the vanishing point. So instead of seeing the front straight on, you see the corner. And then the right side goes back to the vanishing point, the left side goes back to the vanishing point, and in this case, we can actually see the top as well. So that's the difference between 1-point perspective and 2-point perspective. So the first page of this packet, I will tell you, first of all, I want you to put your first and last name and period on it. But what I like about this packet is it's broken down step by step on how to do this. So if you were doing this outside of class, you could probably just grab it, look at the steps, and follow along. But I'm going to go ahead and do it with you. I will pause this video at a certain point, or I will tell you to, and that's when I feel like you should stop and do what I did. So we're going to start with step 1, and step 1 is that we are going to draw a horizon line, vanishing points, and 3 verticals. Now, vanishing points aren't too easy to see in this, but I am going to tell you I want to see a visible dot on the left side and on the right side. And these vanishing points are just what they're called. They are the point where things appear to vanish, and as things get closer to the vanishing points, they get smaller. So we've also drawn the horizon line, and the horizon line represents sky and land and where they meet. For example, anything that's in this area is going to be in the sky. Anything that is in this area is going to be in the land part of our picture. So horizon line and vanishing points are done. Now I'm going to draw 3 lines, and I'm going to make sure that I draw them comparative to what the example shows. So I'm not going to draw a little line. I want to draw something that's probably about 1 inch long. And the first one is going to be in the top left corner. The second one is going to be in the middle, and it is also on the horizon line. So again, look at how big I'm drawing mine. All right, they're very comparative to what we see here. And then the third one is in the bottom right. Now don't put this too close to the right-hand vanishing point since we're learning how to do this. Otherwise it might be a little confusing. So, all right, this is step 1. Now step 2 is telling us to connect each vertical to both vanishing points. So I'm going to start with the top left. And a little trick I want you to get used to, a habit, is that put your pencil down before you line your ruler up or draw your line. And what that does is that acts as a pivot point, so my ruler is not moving from that point where I want to start. So I'm going to line it up, pencil, ruler, and then I am going to draw my line to the vanishing point. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. And then I'm going to draw my line to the right-hand vanishing point also. As I am drawing this, you'll hopefully be able to see this on your screen if you're in the back side of the room. But one of the things I need to point out is I'm drawing really dark and heavy because I want you to be able to see it. You need to get in the habit of drawing as light as possible. So all right, so I'm going to do this with all 3 boxes. Right now they don't necessarily look like boxes. They look like big diamonds or V shapes. But in the next step, we're going to create an actual left side and right side. All right, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're moving on to step 3. Now step 3 actually has us drawing more than what I'm going to draw in this step. I'm going to break it down into one more step, and that is I'm going to draw, this is box A. In box A, I want to draw the left side by drawing a vertical, the right side by drawing a vertical, and then box B right here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to draw a vertical on both sides, and then box C down here, same thing, straight up and down vertical for the left side, straight up and down vertical for the right side. All right, now what I haven't finished in this step is I need to make the bottom and the top of box A and C. And what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to go from the right-hand vanishing point, or excuse me, right-hand vertical to the left-hand vanishing point. So I'm going to put my pencil down, draw my line. Now I'm going to go from the left-hand vertical to the right-hand vanishing point. Now it lines up here, but I'm going to stop my line once it hits that previous line, and then I've got the bottom of the box done. And I would erase all this excess line. I call this construction lines because we needed them to actually construct the box. But now that we have the box done, we can erase it. All right, now box B is already done because box B, we are seeing that at eye level just like this. So we don't see the top and we don't see the bottom. We just see the left side and the right side, so it's done. Box C, on the other hand, we do need to see the top of it. So I'm going to go left vertical to the right-hand vanishing point, right vertical to the left-hand vanishing point, and there you go, it's done. Okay, and again, I would erase all this stuff, and then I could call page 1 done. Remember to put your name on it, though.